Guys, are you trying to find your next spot for a show or event? Well, look no further because Stutterbox Productions is here to help. If you're looking for a solid team of people to get you started with your next performance or event, this is the company to contact. They're always busy and in motion behind the scenes in the Midwest and have plenty of shows lined up. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Stutterbox Productions' Facebook page for all of your needs today. I had a speeding ticket that I paid the day before. The day before, it was like, if you don't pay this is going to be like a real.
That's when I wait. Right when they threaten my license, that's when I go in.
Hey, fuck the Fed, man.
Lately, I've been good. Where'd you get caught speeding?
Oh, I 235.
Some ticket? Oh, I mean, some camera?
Yeah. It's that one Polk Boulevard.
Oh.
Is it 42nd or Polk Boulevard? I always thought it was Polk Boulevard.
It's right in between there. It's one of those.
Yeah, something like that.
That caught me one time, and ever since then, it ain't caught me since.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
I got like...
I make sure.
Dude,
you had to have been flying. You got to go over like 10. You had to have been going at least 72.
Dude, I have this problem where I take an Adderall, and then I just drive way too fast. Because, like, I'm going places.
Dude, you got places to be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are not worried about
I'm not worried about a number, man.
Nah. I said, I got to get there. Damn.
10, 15. Nah, I try to be... I saw Undercover today. I was like, you fucking bitch.
Dude.
It was like a nice red car, too, but it had the little lights in it. I was like, yeah, I see you, motherfucker.
No. Oh, yeah, they think they're sneaky. I love it. I love when they think they're sneaky. And I'm like, I gotcha. You're not that sneaky. It's funny. I love it, dude. I love seeing them try and be sneaky. Or when they're like parked on the side of the back of a building.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's like, you're not slick, dude. See ya.
That's like the height of their week, right? They're like, boss, sergeant, I found this really good spot.
Spot in this alley. Right. I'm going to put a pin on the board. I want you to look at this pin. All right, man.
I have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
I have a whole bunch of them right here.
I'm putting another one. I'm just saying, man. Let me sit there for like 3 hours. We're catching everybody. It kills me with how sneaky they feel like they gotta be, dude.
Yeah, right.
I hate that.
It's always for stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
Stupid ass shit.
But what you gonna do?
Exactly. Guys, anyway, we've already started the podcast at this point,
yes,
but
sir.
We're sign of a good episode. We're here with T.O.T, returning guest. How the fuck you doing today, man?
Thank you, man. Chilling, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's always
I'm
good
glad
to have
we
you
can
on.
make this happen again.
Hell yeah. I was just telling you before we started, you have some new tracks dropping. Like so many people here in the area, you're always cooking, you're always doing stuff. What have you been up to lately, man?
Yes, sir. A lot, dude. I'm constantly grinding, man. It's shout out Genie Mixed It just before I even get into it. That guy's been killing all my tracks lately. He's good people. He definitely knows his shit. He's smart as fuck when it comes to that studio shit.
Fuck yeah.
So no, I hopped in there. I've had shit written. I really just have shit sitting written. So we get a session in there. VIP drops April 21st, right after 420.
Hell yeah.
That's a bop. That's the one we was talking about. It's on my Instagram.
So when you got that weed hangover, you can tune in.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm hyped. And that's what's shitty, dude, is I'm weird about it. Like, I don't like Thursday drops. So otherwise I would have done it on 420.
Makes sense, man.
That's why I was like, fuck it. I'd rather be a Friday and the day after. But
yeah, that's better for the algorithm.
Yeah. So I rolled with the Friday. But Friday, April 21st, VIP, featuring Genie. So he's actually on the track.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Who mastered it. Yeah. And then so what I did, dude, is a full on brand reboot. So
yeah, it's right here. We got your
yes,
stickers
sir.
right here.
Stickers are
hell
in.
Yeah.
Catch me, see me. I'm
Catch
gonna throw you
shit.
one. I keep them on me now. Whole brand reboot, pretty much, and because, and essentially, dude, this shit goes deep when it's from a business standpoint. The music gets deep to do it right, and I'm sure the exact same with the podcast. Because we want to make money off this shit. You know what I mean? So like, I want to do it the right legal way, and I do everything by the book, and I make sure all the numbers are correct when I do shit. So I didn't do all that before. So I pretty much took all my shit down. Damn near. A couple songs here and there still out there. You can look them up. Just so I still have my pages pretty much. You know what I mean? I just kept a couple things. And so I have these tracks, and now I'm about to just boop, boop, boop. Everything's verified. That's what my big thing was. Is now that I'm verified through everything has a check mark. If it can, I got a check mark on it. Everything's good. So now it's going to be boop, 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 boop. That's my goal. And so here soon, I give it about by next month, this time next month, you could Spotify me right now, there's maybe 1 or 2 songs on there. By the end of next month, track list will be on there, probably about 12 songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So these are songs that you've previously released or not?
A couple.
Okay.
Yeah, so half of them probably already released.
So just kind of refiltering them
the right way.
Okay.
That's where I messed up the first time, is I released them the wrong way. I'm gonna do it the right way this time.
Okay.
So that'll help. Then you'll be able to find all my shit, which there's shit's still out there. So I don't ever worry about that. You can always find my music. But yeah, man, new music coming. It's gonna be popping. Album wise, high key, I'm thinking next year. I really want to grind this year on a lot of other shit before I worry about an album. So once all my ducks are in line, album. Everything's in order. Boom, album. Fuck it, roll a tour off of it. You never know. So that's why I want to have all my ducks in line. So yeah, just singles now, bangers.
That's the way to do it.
And that's the move, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for all the shit that's about to come out, because shit's been up. Shit's been going up.
Hell yeah, man. I've been seeing you. You always pop on my algorithm every time. So I feel like you're doing the right thing, man. For sure.
I'm trying.
For sure.
It's a tricky thing.
It is a really tricky thing. So what was like the moment that or how long ago did you transition to this whole I'm going to do things, quote unquote the right way, or, whatever?
Yep. Probably, it probably would have been towards the end of summer last year.
Okay.
Yep. So about coming up to 9 months now, probably. Yeah. And as I've done it, that's where the logo came in. I never had a logo. Back then I was releasing shit. I didn't have a logo. I was doing shit. I was getting ahead of myself. I was dropping all these songs before I had everything in order. So, yeah. So now I still work on the music, so I still have content created. But, I flipped that switch, dude, and now I'm really taking it. It's like a brand. I'm a brand. Yeah. I run with that. So it's definitely it's a whole different life. I'm a brand. I'm T.O.T. You know what I mean? And I treat that as such. I treat it as what I do, and then I also treat it as a whole brand in itself. And that's why I'm going to elevate it. That logo's going to go crazy. That's the goal, man. Yeah, so.
Do you ever find yourself overthinking or getting anxious about because you talk about branding yourself. I kind of feel like I've done the same thing on the podcast. I can say there's something about putting yourself forward, however much of a mindset you have, that is kind of makes you feel a certain way. I don't know, how do you feel about that?
No, it gets overwhelming.
Yeah.
It gets overwhelming. It's crazy. Yeah, and likewise, man. It's you know what I mean? Just even from a standpoint with me and you, we know each other from our brand levels. Mm-hmm. You know me as T.O.T, I know you as McAllister, and we know what we do. So we built that brand to know each other at that level. It's cool to know you a little more on the side, outside of the podcast.
Sure,
and all that.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is working. 100%. There's when people know you as for what you're doing, it's working. So I could walk into a room, someone might know me as T.O.T. Damn, all right, the brand's working. Something's happening. So it does get overwhelming, though. It's a lot, man. The logo stressed me out for a while, and so I'm glad that's over with. And now it just opens up other doors, because now you got merch.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm starting to ask those questions, too, about merch.
You go crazy with merch?
Yeah. Nah, not yet, man.
Yeah. It's hard to dive into it.
Yeah, and you know what, man? I don't know what, your level of, income is from your music, but, on podcasting, it's, always less than anything else. It's so hard to get money to podcast.
I can imagine, dude.
Because the whole thing is free, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have a Patreon, but the struggle to make your regular content and then Patreon content on top of it, that's a lot of
hours of your week just going to that, you know.
Yep. And yeah, and that's the stuff people don't see.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the behind the scenes stuff, it's like, man, I don't even want to break my life down, but if I had to, it's kids, work, music. You know what I mean? It's like that's 24/7. If I'm not with my kids, any second I'm not with my kids, I'm either working real work or music. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's nonstop. So if I'm not working, then it's music. And in the music, there's a whole nother bracket. There's, all right, now I'm working on music. Am I working on branding? Am I working on in the studio? Am I working on writing a song right now? Like, should I sit down and write a song? Like, so time is just the essence, man. I wish we had more hours.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
that's another thing that I was going to compare to you. It's editing. Oh, fuck, man.
So much time.
So I get all my videos shot and majority edited by my guy, Omelet Productions. He does all that, but I edit a lot too. I sit down sometimes, dude, and I'll just sit down, you know what I mean, get my vibe going, and just edit. And then it's like you spend all this time for a 30-second clip. Oh my god, man. And then you drop it, you post it, on to the next. Now you got to spend more time on another 30-second clip. So, yeah, it's just time. Time is always involved. I'm grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is crazy how
It's overwhelming.
yeah, it is really crazy how like time plays a factor in those clips too. Like I think anybody that does social media knows like the shorter the better. Like the shorter the clip, the better it's going to do in the algorithm. And like it's interesting when you see like TikTok raise like the limits like 10 minutes. It's like how could like I don't know. It's like it creates this like weird what's the like almost like an uncanny valley where like there's the it can be like the minute less videos and there's gonna be like the 8 to 10 minute videos and everything in between is gonna get just chopped out of the
Rather
mix,
than just have short videos.
yeah
Exactly.
You know, I'm curious, man, because not to get into this too much, but like you do have kids. Like the thing that's one of the things that's like most impressive to me about you is like, you know, there's so many people come through here and are grinding, but like very few of them have kids and like have that balance. And you seem to like it's just, like you said, it's like work, kids. Like how do you just keep doing that throughout every day?
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
How do you not have a day where you're like, fuck the kids? No, I'm kidding.
Fuck, man. Some days it's just wild, dude. It's wild, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that you noticed that because I love my kids to death, right? But to imagine, like you said, the people that come through here that don't, what's your excuse to not be putting in more fucking effort? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that towards anybody, but like if I didn't have kids, man, I'm not saying like shit, but if that's just so much extra time that I devote to my kids right now. I devote a lot of time to my kids. A lot more than the music. And that's where the battle is because I spend a lot of time with my kids and I love it and I want to do that, but I also have this drive to want to put more music time towards the music, which is impossible with how time works.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So the time that I do have for the music, I give it my all. Everything, and that's where my mind starts racing. Like if I've showed you my phone, dude, I have a checklist of shit I want to get done. And it's like when I get that, and you got it's like, fuck, man, I gotta sleep too. So it's like there's been nights, man, where I'll question, should I go to bed now or should I create 3 or 4 videos that I can post? You know what I mean? And it's like, fuck, I guess if I go to bed, they're not getting made. So now I'm up at 1 a.m. creating videos because that's my only time. You know what I mean? So because I spent all day with the kids. So I try to still, I'm like, man, I spent all day with the kids. I didn't do nothing music-wise. Let me get an hour in before I go to bed. 2 hours in before I go to bed. So, but I promise you, man, the times like right now, we're grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have my kids right now. I'm not at work right now. This is my free time. Like, we are grinding right now. So as soon as I leave here, I'll probably go back to my homie's house, work on some music, play a couple beats till about probably 10:30, 11. I should probably eat. I should probably eat somewhere in there. That's what I was saying, man. And I was, you know, it's funny. I was telling Jeremy Kyle. I was
we
like,
can wrap this up if you want.
no rush, man. I love every moment of it. I definitely. It's funny too because I woke up this morning. I thought about today or tonight, and I was like, man, like I'm blessed to even have this opportunity to be here with you. All this time that I grind, give up on sleep, might miss a meal. All of that leads to fucking. I just did a show yesterday. Podcast tonight, like all that effort is fucking working out, man. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, show was wild yesterday.
Yeah. So was that
Yesterday was Sunday, right? What's today? Tuesday.
No, yesterday was Monday.
Okay, so 2 days ago I had a show.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Sunday. At Lefties, yeah.
Oh, was that
Otis Julius with DJ Strawstone.
You know, he was gonna come through on the podcast, but we couldn't make it work, man.
Yeah, he was busy. Because he had another show that next night.
Oh, okay.
Immediately that next night. Yeah.
Yeah, he said
in fucking Wichita.
Oh wow.
So they left Lefties, and then I don't know what their exact plans were, but now they're in Wichita, and now they're at a different spot. Yes, but no, he would have been a cool person to have on here, dude. Damn.
I wish.
He said he'll pop back around April.
April?
I believe so.
Okay.
He said around April. So
I'll
reach out to him, and he's a cool dude.
Yeah, his holding times available were 3 a.m. on Sunday or Monday, or
Really?
like 10 a.m. And I'm like, yeah,
Really?
I can't make any of those.
Yeah, that's right when they were probably getting in town and shit. Damn. He's a cool dude, man.
He seems like it.
And it would be cool to have him on the podcast because, I mean, like, I'm sure he has a story to tell.
For sure. Well, he's based in Iowa, right?
No, he's from
well, like he's
Cali.
from it. Oh, I thought he was from Iowa originally.
No, he's originally from Idaho.
Oh, maybe it's Idaho. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Idaho, and then now he's in Cali.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I did some work with Grill Graphics. I'm not familiar if you're familiar with him, Jaden. But he had some videos I edited, and he was in them. And I'm like, this guy is fucking. Who is this guy? I'm like, I gotta get him on my podcast. This guy just looks crazy.
Yeah.
He's like at the show, and he has a pizza, and he's like handing out slices of pizza to the guy.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's unique. One thing I love about Otis is he's unique, and he kills it with the crowd.
Yeah, there's also a COVID hazard, but no.
I know he didn't have pizza on Sunday. I was kind of mad, dude, because I didn't eat before the show. So I was like, man, hopefully he brings this fucking pizza. Yeah, Otis is good people, man.
You could just gotten to Little Caesars.
Nah, I should have brought it. Nah, yeah, no, that's he could put on a show.
Yeah, I wish I'd been there. I just this time of year for me is just too busy, man. Always too busy. Yeah, you know, summer's coming up, so everything's kind of ramping up for that.
I'm ready.
Hell yeah! You got a lot of shows planned or anything in the works for that?
For this summer, not necessarily. I know me and Doozy are putting on a co-headliner. It's gonna be a T.O.T. Doozy show. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yeah, I just leaked that. That was just a phone call between me and Doozy. So, but now
it's official.
Now it's
I can't back out.
Yeah. So that's gonna be sick. That'll be a game changer, and I want to do that this summer. My birthday's in August, so we'll plan it around late August, midsummer, right when it's nice out.
Fuck yeah.
Otherwise, I got a show in April. I got a show next month if you want to pop out. April 23rd. So it's that 420 weekend.
So it's
Sunday at Lefties. Same vibe as last time.
Okay.
5 to 9. King ISO. Strange Music's King
Oh,
ISO.
I did see that. Yeah, Lauren was posting about that today. Yeah, I will be at that show.
Yes, sir.
For
Pop
sure.
out, dude.
No, you know, we're kind of talking about like, the grind and all that. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to start going to more shows. Like, if I want to, grow, like, I'm gonna have to get there with the business cards and be like, hey,
What's it called? Networking.
Networking, exactly. That's such an integral. You get to the points where you don't have as many guests. You're like, I gotta get out there and network again.
Meet some people, random people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'll be the show to do it. Killer lineup. Cellar Boys, Late Street, Lolo.
Hell yeah.
Doozy.
Hell yeah.
Me.
Hell yeah.
Jeremy Kyle. It's gonna be insane, dude.
Awesome. I'm excited, man.
King ISO's a savage. You listen to King ISO?
I am familiar with him. Well, he had a show that got canceled. Fuck. What was that? I was actually going to do video for that. Believe it or not. What was that last year or something like that?
Something like
last
that.
year.
I remember he was supposed to come or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be a cool one. April 23rd, pop out, King ISO.
Hell yeah, I'll be there for sure. For sure.
I got tickets. Tickets in hand.
Fuck yeah, man. No, yeah, I'm looking forward to what Iowa has to bring this year. I think Doozy, he just dropped a fire album.
I know he's going
Holy
crazy
shit.
with the albums,
Always,
dude. I'm telling you. And he's doing everything the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way I was talking about. Everything's getting done the right way. So, and that's what's nice too, is we're all on the same page. It's and that's another thing as a community. If all these artists that we're working with are doing it the right way, everything happens.
Exactly.
So, and shout out Genie Mixie, because he put me onto a lot of business side end stuff that I didn't know about. There's a lot of stuff music wise that I had to learn about.
Hell yeah. Were you at Lolo's birthday?
I wasn't. No.
I didn't think so.
At the private bar?
Yeah. That was a badass show. That
Doozy was there.
Doozy, Dirt Lord, Lolo.
Yo, shout out Dirt Lord. That's my guy too, man. Me and Gabe go way back.
Do y'all go back?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I'll have to keep both on the pod.
Right when I started, oh yeah, man, I just shared a video on Facebook. I think it was 6 years ago or something. Me and him at Lime Lounge. Fucking shit. You remember Lime Lounge?
No.
You might not even been here.
Yeah, maybe not. That probably would have been right when I moved into town. Yeah.
It was a cool spot down in East Village. Now it's called Nightingale. Same building, but they switched it. It's Nightingale now, but it used to be called Lime Lounge.
Oh, okay.
That used to be the spot. And yeah, Dirt Lord would perform, and I'd open sometimes, and and it was a club scene, so like you're performing in a club. It's just a bar, so yeah, it was cool. And then DJ Snag would DJ.
Oh yeah, yeah. He just moved back. We just had him through on the pod.
I seen that.
Yeah,
that's good shit.
Yeah, they're good people.
Yes, they are.
I'm really glad they're back. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this: you were kind of talking earlier about like I don't remember if it was on or off camera, but like talking about like wanting to like reach out like outside toward Des Moines. Do you look at like these cities on the coast and like does that make you kind of worry about like living in California, living in New York? Like, do you ever think about that?
Actually living there?
Yeah, like do you like see potential problems with like living on the coast? Like if your music like took you there and was like, hey, we want you to move out to LA, but you're like, oh well, LA is a kind of a shithole right now.
I know. And I was like, so I've heard good and bad things about LA. So from like there's a lot of opportunities. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that can give you opportunities. So like, yeah, those people don't live here. You know what I mean? That CEO of some record label and for hip hop, he doesn't live here. He lives in LA. And so I feel like your opportunities are there, man. I definitely have that little dream in the back of my head. It's like, wonder what would happen if I just fucking rented an Astro van, slept in it in LA for about 3 months. What could happen? Because I feel like something could happen, but it ain't for me. I couldn't live there, man. It's chill here. I like driving on our roads, and like it's just chill. Because I've driven in Vegas, I've driven in Colorado, and all them fucking populated fucking places, dude, is insane.
Colorado's a nightmare to drive in.
It's insane. I'm just like, I could not live here. That's what's killing it. But I want to. That's why I'd have to live off the fucking grid pretty much if I did move out there. I'd have to drive an hour to go to Denver or something. I'd be out that way.
Yeah, that would be the way to do it, right? Get enough money to just like have your little domicile out in the woods.
That's the goal, like, dude.
You have like fucking.
I'll fly. You need me in LA, I'll fly to LA. I'm not moving there.
Yeah, have a little helicopter in your backyard.
Yeah, I couldn't, man. It's just too expensive. Same with Vegas. It's just too expensive. I don't know how people survive out there. Motherfuckers barely survive here. So it's like, how the fuck are you surviving in Vegas?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or Cali.
Yeah. Well, when Snag was talking, they were talking, Snag and JC, they were talking about like, like how women just have like sugar daddies, basically. Like that's how like a lot of people live out there. Like that type of shit. Crazy. That's how fucking insane.
Have you seen that? Like,
seen what exactly?
Like the sugar daddy craze.
Oh yeah, well I mean,
like in person, like you've seen
not in person.
the 65-year-old dude walking around with the 21-year-old.
Oh well,
baddie.
sure. I mean, I always figured that. I mean, every time I saw that, I was like, oh, well, she's a hooker. Maybe it's a sugar daddy.
They're
but
usually the sugar daddies, dude. Like usually,
it's weird. It's crazy.
Vegas is when the first time it really set into me. They were just everywhere. And I mean, you do you, boo boo, but you get your paper however you want to get your paper. But that's just like, it's insane, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying if some 60-year-old lady hit me up. I'm not saying I wouldn't say no, but I don't know.
It's crazy shit. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's wild. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like
I couldn't live there. That's the moral of the story. No, I couldn't live in Cali. I couldn't live, especially New York. I don't know. That ain't me.
Yeah.
From
New York
videos
sounds
and
crazy.
pictures and everything I've seen, I don't even know if I'd want to visit. I don't know.
I do at least want to visit.
You just want to see it, I guess.
Because I mean, New York is one of those rarities where like it's really hard to think of another city that has as much like rich like history and culture as New York does. I mean, COVID really killed a lot of it, but despite through COVID, there's still so much there.
Like, it would be cool to get a fucking hot dog right there on Times Square.
Yep.
That would be cool.
I
feel you on that.
You could even do like a 2-day, just like you're there for 2 days. Like you're there for a day, get a hotel. You're there for the rest of the day. Then you take a flight out that night. Don't spend that much, but like you hit up the main spots.
You seen it?
Yeah,
roll out. Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's a move. I met 2 guys from New York when I was taking a training class out in Texas. So I got flown out to Texas for this training certification thing, and there was 2 guys from New York who got flown out to the same class. Funniest motherfuckers I've met in a long time, dude. And I mean, they were real fucking New York.
Oh, they're wild, man. They're wild.
The accent, the attitude. Like, I feel like he wanted to make a pizza just sitting there, dude. I'm like, you just want to make a fucking pizza right now or something, don't you? You just look like you're ready to make some food. Yeah. I don't know. They were cool, though. So it'd be cool to see, like you said, the culture there is just rich.
Yeah.
It's real out there.
Yeah.
And the history, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to see, like, the Statue of Liberty, I guess. It'd be cool to see that in person. And
yeah.
Get the pictures and
Exactly.
maybe do a show.
Yeah. I feel like my ideal is just like 2 weeks on each coast. And then you're solid, right?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe do that every decade, you know? If you even want to do that, at least do it once.
Yeah.
Then you're set.
I was right in the middle, man. You know what I mean? We're good. We ain't got to worry about either coast, really.
Yeah.
We don't got to worry about Mexico too much. I mean, it's there and it happens, but
good old Mexico.
yeah.
They haven't built the wall yet. It's fucking pissing me off.
I don't know, it's been how long? Yeah.
You think Trump has a chance this coming election?
This coming one? Probably. Because, I mean, I'm looking at it from, like, if this shit was boxing and this is the rematch, you know what I mean? So he's going to come back in and they're going to swing for the underdog. Yeah. I feel like he's got a chance. That's for sure.
Maybe they'll have another pandemic.
I honestly don't know who's all going up against. So,
well, the talk is in the Republican Party, DeSantis and Trump. And that's kind of like, that's so my theory is that I think the Democratic Party will win for the same reason that they won the midterms, because the Republican Party is split. It's split between the neocon conservative, people who want DeSantis and the Trumpies. But like the Democratic Party will vote for whoever.
Yeah, anybody but
literally a dead guy.
Yeah.
Dude, have you heard about Fetterman? Mm-hmm. So the Pennsylvania, I think Congress, I could be wrong, but Pennsylvania's Congress that got not nominated this last election cycle, he's been gone for 5 weeks. There was there were talks that he was having brain issues. He people would talk to him and he would have to read a screen because he couldn't like understand their audio cues and like have it translate in his brain. And this guy won in Pennsylvania, Democratic.
So literally, they'll pick anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that like 5-6 weeks ago, he just like stopped being the Congress or governor or whatever.
Oh,
he just stopped. And like he's apparently like having like, you know, meant like issues with his brain, like he can't function. And his family like went away on vacation without him. And it's just, it's like, can you imagine if he's dying? Can you imagine if he has a stroke or goes into a coma and his family's like,
oh, we're out at Disneyland. We'll bring you a Mickey Mouse hat.
oh my god! But yeah, look it up, man. Fetterman, Pennsylvania. That guy. Wow. So now they're just like scrambling, trying to figure out like, oh, we're just gonna put this guy in from the Democratic Party in to do. It's like, okay, well, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of an election. Like,
Yeah. What do you think? You think Trump's in it? He got it.
Of the Republican Party, it's really
I don't
hard.
know, though. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't looked at the data on who are they leaning more towards for. But
So really, right now, it's too early to call. If the vote were to happen right now, I'd probably say Trump, because he handled the East Palestine situation like beautifully. I'm not a fan of the guy, but it is a good thing what he did. He went in with water and food, and he fed the people that were having this problem, and that was something that the U.S. government did not do. And take that however you want. You know that their media had their own spin on it, but like at face value, people are going to see that and be like, oh, okay, this guy has our back. Now the thing is like, no, he doesn't really have your back. He's just, you know, he's taking advantage of his situation. He's making a brilliant political move.
yep.
But you know, I think a lot can happen between now and 2024. You know, a year. You know, think about the last two elections. How much happened in that span of a year? We have. If you looked at 2019 before the pandemic, you'd be like, yeah, Trump's gonna win landslide next year. You know, easily.
You're right.
Not even, you know, and how close it was. It's just impossible to tell.
Yep.
But that would be my bet. Well, I guess I don't know. I like to think. I think so. I'll say this: if DeSantis gets the nomination, the Republican Party has a stronger chance of winning. Because like, you know, Trump, we know everything about Trump. He doesn't have any tricks up his sleeve. DeSantis, he's a newbie. We know some of the stuff he's done in Florida. We know that he's been, you know, really more towards the liberty side when it comes to like, you know, the COVID stuff. You know, weed's legalized in Florida, so that's something to, you know, consider for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
If they were smart, they would run DeSantis, but it's weird. It's so split.
Trump's a brand, dude.
Yeah.
Trump is a brand in himself. People will vote just because his name's Trump. That's
He's straight up selling merch, man.
Yeah.
Biden's just like trying to keep it together, and he's just in the back office, like, how much do we make on those fucking MAGA hats?
literally. Literally. Yeah, he's a brand, and he's running it like a brand. So that's why I'm doing it, I guess.
Right. You almost gotta give him credit in a way. You're like,
yeah, maybe I just start following his path.
T.O.T's new single, "Act Like Trump."
Yeah.
Act like Trump, get success.
Politics, man.
Fucking politics. You have you heard about this January 6th footage that's come out? So the Fed finally decided to release this footage from January 6th after they've done the trial already for it, and they released it to Fox News. Tucker Carlson exclusively. He was the only person that they gave to at Fox News, which is like, okay, that's a divisive move right there, right?
Yeah.
But like what they showed essentially is like the police like marching the shot, like guiding the shaman, the shaman guy like through the White House, like showing him all this stuff, like a very peaceful, like not what they, you know, painted it to be at all, which is like, you know, insurrection violence. Like there was some of that, like no doubt there was, like nobody can deny that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But like a majority of it seems to be just peaceful. So then all these people are like calling for mistrial and all these other things for the things. So yeah, it's crazy, man.
Damn. I don't know, dude. The world's fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. Have you heard about like Like they speculate that like people in the FBI like instigated a lot of like the violence on January 6th and stuff like that. Like, do you think do you believe that?
Like instigated in which way?
Like they like posed as like MAGA Proud Boy people, and they're like, let's charge the Capitol, and like,
no.
You don't think that's the case?
No.
You think it was just a?
I think it was an angry mob. Just one would fucking make a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely an element.
Like, for like have people in it to instigate it.
Yeah, like the FBI just planted people in that organization to like rile them up and like get them to like, do this, act out. Do this
okay,
thing.
so I guess it's possible. Just because I totally believe that, like the fucking the cops around here put people in the riot or the protest.
You think that happened?
Oh yeah, I know it happened.
Damn.
Yeah, I seen it.
That's crazy.
I seen them. Yeah, dude. Like, so 100%. Like, yeah, they put undercovers in the crowd of the protests, and they try to act normal, and then and someone calls them out because they look sketchy. Like the guy that I'm gonna describe is exactly what he was wearing. He was wearing blue jeans, some white fucking Skechers. A t-shirt with some kind of fucking graphic on it. Like he just picked it up at the fucking Burlington across the street. Just some graphic, and then he had a baseball hat forward. And he's in the crowd.
That's a fed for sure.
He's in the crowd of protesters for Black Lives Matter. Just chilling. Like, it's not like he's doing it. He doesn't have a mask on. He's not recording. He's just chilling. Right? And in that moment, I was like, yeah, he looks sketchy. And I'm not going to be the guy to go, you look sketchy. So I see him, but someone else did. And they called him out. And sure enough, they fucking like, I don't want to go too into detail, but they ended up like fucking, somebody pushed him. And now he's like surrounded. And when they pushed him, like his fucking shirt came up and you could see a pair of cuffs in his back pocket.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And that's where he fucked up. Because as soon as he turned around and his shirt went up, you could see the fucking cuffs, and you could see the circle outline of the cuffs in his pocket, on his back pocket. And everyone started screaming at him. He's like, "You got fucking cuffs!" So, going off of that, the feds definitely could have put some people in that and to instigate that and make people riled up to do that. I could totally see that. Just to instigate it and make it worse than it needed to be. And
yeah. The white Skechers, I think that's what gave them away, right?
Dude, it was just
were they brand new,
dude,
too?
The best part of it all, he gets screamed at, right? This is all you hear. Everyone's protesting. All you hear is, "You're a cop." Right? Everyone gets quiet. And everyone turns and looks at this guy. And now all eyes are on this guy. And his response is, "Nah, I'm not a cop." And they're like, "Look at you. You look like a fucking cop." That's what they're saying to him. And he's like, nah.
Was he like a younger guy?
I ain't a cop.
Too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Younger guy, clean shaven.
Damn.
Yep. So I guess if you really want to know the end of that story, he ended up getting pushed. They seen the handcuffs. Everyone started really screaming at him because they're like, "Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing over here on this side? You should be on that side with your buddies." And he tried leaving. He kept saying, "Oh, well, I'm not a cop, guys. Blah, blah, chill out." He gets pushed into the street or something, and when he got pushed into the street, he got mad at whoever pushed him, and now he like acted like he wanted to fight him. But there's 250 other people. That wasn't going to happen, right? So he acted like he wanted to fight him, and then that guy that pushed him was ready to fight him. He didn't give a fuck. There's 250 people behind him, so he fucking comes up to him and goes to actually hit the guy, and the guy moves, the cop moves. And right when that swing happens, there's like 4 or 5 officers that came from the wall. They all came up, grabbed that guy, and took him behind their little wall.
Just ate him up.
Yeah, they literally came. They didn't take nobody either. Like they didn't. The guy that pushed him, the guy that hit him, nothing. They just cared about getting him the fuck out of there. Yeah, and they came quick. They literally. I thought they were gonna grab 1 or 2 people that pushed him or something. No, they came up to the guy, fucking grabbed him, surrounded him, and then took him back behind.
Wait, you talking about the officer? Or
the officers took the officer. Yeah, they grabbed the cop and took him behind the wall of cops.
They're like, get our man.
Yeah, they got him. He's hurt. He got exposed. Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
They thought they were in D-Day right there.
Oh yeah, that was an unforgettable moment me and Doozy went through.
Yeah, him getting arrested.
Yeah, it was that same day, dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, that was one for the books.
Best footage ever.
You can't make that shit up. I promise you cannot make that shit up. Me and Doozy have had some stories, man. We're gonna write a book one day. Yeah. No, it was a good movement though, dude. It needed to happen. It fucking, I'll never forget it. I know it made history right there on the corner of Merle Hay.
Yeah.
That ain't never happened, and it probably will never happen again.
Yeah.
And it proved a point. People said what they had to say. I'm glad shit's chilled out now. But for that solid minute, there's a lot of people who fucking said what they had to, how they felt towards the cops. That you wouldn't feel safe doing it by yourself. There's 250 people behind you. There was a lot more. I'm just using that number.
Sure.
250 people behind you. You feel a little more confident in saying how you truly feel towards the cop. And a lot of them fucking needed to hear it. I do feel bad for some of the cops that didn't need to hear it.
Sure.
There are good cops.
Sure.
And I did feel bad for half the cops because they didn't want to be there. There's half the cops that they don't want to be there.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So I personally seen one or two of the cops truly scared. And that's when I was like, I feel bad for y'all. But it's your buddies that you're fucking backing up that I'm talking to. That's why I was there and everyone else was there. So people are people. Your cop's a job.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm talking to the dickhead cops that are doing the job the wrong way. So, but like I said, I've met good cops all the time. I've been pulled over. They let me, hey, you got to warn a man, or hey, I'm gonna write you a ticket. I was talking about this with my buddy at work. I don't have a problem with cops. I have a problem with cops that are just trying to be too much. That's my thing. If you want to be a cop and do your job, all right, man. I understand. You're doing your job. I was speeding. I was in the wrong somehow. You did your job. It's over with, and we're on our way. It's the ones that'll go, man, I've been pulled over more than my hands can count, and over half of them I've been taken out of the car. No matter what the reason I got stopped for, I'm taken out of the car, and then I'm let go. Like I went home with a warning after being taken out of the car, or I've been let. Like those are the pointless interactions that I feel like you shouldn't be a cop. You just took me out of my car. It's 5 degrees out, so you could search my car because I'm driving from the gas station at 11 o'clock at night. You're doing too much. That's the cops I have a problem with, and it escalates even more from there. Because if I wanted to be like, I'm not getting out of my car, sir, and do all that I know my rights stuff, which I fully believe you should. Everyone has rights, but it's gonna escalate it. I'm just trying to go home. You know what I mean? It's midnight. I'm trying to go from the gas station to home. Why do you have me out of my car? I'm not gonna ask why. Let's just get it over with. But those are the guys I don't like. So,
yeah, I mean that's the problem with it, right? Is like it's a powerful position, and people are always going to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You're always going to have bad apples.
It's just that power in human. Some humans can't deal with that power in the right way. It is a lot of power, dude.
Yeah,
it's crazy, and don't get me wrong, I wanted to be a cop before this music stuff. High key, I went to DMAC for criminal justice and all this fun.
Oh wow, okay.
College shit that I didn't have to do. I just did it because I was too young to go to the academy. So I had 2 years to burn. And so I was like, might as well just get a degree. 2 years, DMAC, something. So I did those stupid criminal justice and all that to try and be a cop. My main goal was K9. I wanted to be K9 unit. If I could have made it to that was in my head, I'm good. I can live off that.
You drug busting fuck.
Yeah, isn't that wild, dude? That was my goal. That was my goal.
Piece of shit.
As I grew up, dude, it's like I learned. It shows you I chose a whole different path.
Yeah, right.
I went from sitting into those classrooms to hopping on stages and killing shit. But long story short, dude, it's not that I have anything against cops because I wanted to be one at one point, but they changed my view. I wouldn't say I want to be associated with that, and it killed it for me because that was the goal. Fuck yeah, dude! You tell me you don't want a K9, dude? A fucking dog that's by your side 24 fucking 8, 25 8. I mean, yeah, dude, you're fucking. That'd be the shit. You wake up, you
yeah.
put the vest on your dog. That'd be sick. But it's all right. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and now I'm killing stages. Now I'm here with you.
Right. My uncle, he worked for the Department of Homeland Security, and he had a bomb dog. So I remember I'd go and visit the dog and all that. And
That'd be sick.
yeah. He
It's a bond, dude.
Yeah, he loved it. Well, and his now ex-wife was a vet at the time, so they kind of had that. He had that like ease of access that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's interesting, like with the like the Black Lives Matter movement that happened. Like, I almost agree with it more now than I did then. Kind of an interesting way. Because I identify as like a libertarian, and like I have a lot of the like a lot of like the defund the police stuff. Like I remember back in the day, I thought it was back then when it was happening, I thought it was kind of like a ridiculous idea. But now I'm like, well, I kind of like see it, like I agree, because when you look at like, and maybe we've talked about this before, but like when you look at like what police officers are like pulling people over for, arresting people for, it's drugs and guns, like 90+% of it. Mm-hmm. And I just don't, in my view, that's not something that people should be getting thrown in a cage for, or getting any kind of reprimand for that.
I agree.
So yeah, I do. It does kind of lose me at some like the equity type of stuff, because like again, libertarian, like the only way to really achieve it is through government interference. So it's like how do you let that the idea of like giving someone of a certain race like a step forward. I mean, a noble idea, and I think a lot of people have the idea, are like good-hearted, but like how do you enforce that? And that is where it kind of gets to be a slippery slope. It's like, hey, we're just giving the Germans a pathway for the Jews. Yeah. They've had a lot of the money and shit. We're gonna give it to the Germans.
Hand some to them.
What was that?
Just hand some to them. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole defund the. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense if you really sit back. And one thing that I don't remember if I read it or heard it, but the fact that like more or less just use more funding towards other people that could be there at the scenes.
Oh, like social workers and that type of stuff.
I could see that benefiting.
Sure.
Because not every cop knows everything about they don't know how to handle every situation perfectly.
Yeah.
So a cop could be in a bad mood that day. You know what I mean? People have bad days. I have bad days at work where I'm like, the next person who fucking talks to me that I'm going to scream at. You know what I mean? So I mean, you got to work past those, but some people can't. And those people are in powerful positions. So, yeah, to have a fucking social worker there, dude, to when he's screaming in my face because I was speeding and he's having a bad day, yeah, they should fucking be there to be like, hey, man, you're doing too much. Chill out.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost kind of a predicament, though, because, like, if you have the social worker in the same department, could the social worker therefore become corrupt by the same forces?
I thought about that, too. Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, he was fine. He was screaming at him, but he deserved it.
Yeah. So now, yeah, I guess, yeah. Because then now it's like, now you're riding on a social worker, the same way you're riding on that cop. So, yeah, I guess you can see it on that side, too.
Exactly.
There's just so many ways I don't know, man. And you can say more training or better training, and
that's at least a fair argument. Like, if you want to say, like, hey, police officers should have like 4 to 6 years of education, like not just like in policing, but like a knowledgeable like understanding of like the human, like the human ideal and philosophy and all that kind of stuff. Like being a well-rounded person. That would help.
But I bet you their problem there is they're already having fucking problem finding people. That's going to narrow that people they don't have down to that. So
exactly.
But that would be the ideal route, to have more educated officers.
Yeah. But I mean, look, why are they having a hard time? It's because of these problems. It's because like the same reason why this whole Black Lives Matter movement started in the first place, because of bad policing, because of them having these things be illegal that should not be illegal, having people die unnecessarily. Yeah, I mean that's the reason. So maybe if you want to fix that problem, maybe hone in more on like things that actually matter. Like look at pedophilia and like child porn. You know how much energy that is put into guns and drugs could be put into that and alleviate an actual problem that actually hurts people?
Oh yeah. Yeah, game changer.
Game changer. But that's a whole other thing. Nobody wants to talk about
exactly.
that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother chapter. Yeah.
We're just going to let that Epstein flight list just cruise under the radar. Ignore those question marks.
Yeah.
Ignore the omits. Bill Clinton. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is too, we get so much information, right? We get so many crazy things that happen. It's like what? Like, oh, this other insane deep state thing happened. Like, at what point can you even keep track of it and handle it?
Yeah. And
so much happens.
And it's a sketchy job too, dude. Being a cop, because there are crazy motherfuckers out there. You pull someone over, they have a gun in their car, and they don't like you. That happens. So
Sure.
It is a scary job. I can imagine being in them shoes. I'm not one-sided at all to where I go, oh, you're just in a uniform. You're still a person.
Sure.
And it's just, I would talk to you. That's one thing I do with police is I talk to them the same way I would talk to you.
Yeah.
I tell them, and I don't try to sugarcoat things. I'm not the fucking best liar, so I don't lie to cops like that. I mean, especially if you're already fucked, you're already fucked. What are you lying about? You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, one of my best friends is a cop. I'm gonna just, I guess, end it on this. One of my best friends is a cop, dude. I won't say like what for the department or anything, but he lives here. He's not here, but
he's in the corner. Yeah, he's about to arrest us.
But I love that guy to death, man. And he took that route, and so he knows the route I'm on, and so we're complete opposites now. But I know he's that cool dude. He is that good cop. So that helps too. Where I can look at, you wear a fucking uniform every day and you do a bunch of shit that I don't like cops to do. Like, you're pulling people over for this and that. I get that. That's your job. But I know you're a cool ass fucking dude. And I would die for you at the end of the day. Like, me and him, we're probably 20 years now. Going on 15, 20 years.
Wow.
So it's a sketchy job. It's not for everyone. I can say that.
No, not at all.
It's not for everyone. And saying that, there's people in the departments all over the world that shouldn't be doing it. It's not for everyone. And there's those cops that, yeah, you're not that guy. You need to just go find a different job. I don't know, maybe security. Go do other shit. Go be a security. Go fucking CO.
Yeah, right.
Go be a CO out of jail.
Well, I mean, that's what I promote. I promote private security over everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I believe that, you know, everyone should be armed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone should have protection, you know, not to like be like, you know, a rapper with a Glock or whatever, you know, like if you're in a situation, it's better to have it than not.
Yeah, exactly. I always say that it's better to have it than not.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's better to have it and not need than need and not have it.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly, man. It's a fucked up world. You gotta be careful.
How long do we have, man? Not to rush or anything, but I'm not in no hurry at all. I promise you. I was just curious how long we was running.
Well, no, I was actually about to wrap it up because we are about the hour mark.
Okay. I was about to say, real quick, did you hear about that fucking law? I don't know. You don't smoke cigs, but did you hear about that law that passed in Cali?
No.
Apparently, I just seen it before I left the shop at work. Apparently, they passed a law in Cali to where if you were born past 2006, you can't buy tobacco products anymore.
Like
ever.
Permanent? No,
Yeah.
that is insane, dude.
Yeah, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Which, I mean, I don't smoke cigs, but I smoke this little thing. It ain't nothing. But isn't that crazy? That's a pretty big law change.
That is authoritarian as fuck.
They're trying to
fucking
fucking and I guess they're not going to come at the people as much. So like, say you're 19 and you're smoking, or 20, you're smoking a cig. They're coming at the people that you bought it from. So they're coming at the fucking retail stores going, hey, you can't sell tobacco.
Well, they say that, but, you know, then then the cops see, you know, a black 19-year-old and they suck his cigarette. They have a bad day.
Say something, but from a government standpoint, they're worried about who sold it to. Yeah, so they're taking it serious. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
That's insane.
It's just a stupid, crazy thing that happened. And I was just like, huh, that's wild.
Yeah.
But, Hell yeah, man.
We're living in a scary time, man. Well, it's like I'm sure you've heard about like the stuff Kim Reynolds is doing, like with the gender stuff. Have you heard anything about that?
Man, I tell you what, man. Work kids music. So it's like I try and squeeze Kim Reynolds in there every now and then. I'll search her and see like what stupid shit she fucking saying today. But nah, what'd she say?
So it's kind of part of like the all the trans stuff that has been happening. They just put these like crazy restrictions on it. Like the school, like both public and private schools have to like upload their curriculum to like online to like make sure there's no like the trans ideology type of stuff. And then like they have like a ban, like a book list, which is like fucking dark ages type of shit, right? And just all this other stuff. And like
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm not necessarily on the pro trans train like 100%, but like you gotta give people the free like, and the whole thing with like the whole like how she like had like the student choice or whatever. Basically what she did is she like was like, we're gonna fund private schools with taxpayer money, which all that really does is just make public school or private schools public in essence. Yep. So she's like telling everybody they're gonna have this school choice, but she's literally doing the opposite.
I heard about that. Yeah. Didn't you talk about that?
Yep. I just had an episode. Yep. I was bitch. Yep. I can't fucking. God, she's an evil woman.
Ah, isn't she wild?
She's
we had that chance to move her. Had that fucking chance to move her, man. I was riding on that chance. It's just them smaller fucking counties we have.
It's the sticks, man.
It's gonna fuck us every time.
Yeah.
Des Moines we're good.
Yeah.
From that standpoint with Kim Reynolds. But
it's everywhere else.
It's the rest.
Yeah. They just see that R. They see that golden R and they're like,
yeah. And fuck. So I mean, to each his own, but fuck, man. I mean, she ain't it. She ain't that lady. But
yeah, it's just scary, man. Scary times to live in. She seems to be able to do whatever she wants. That's really kind of what the gist is. And
it's the minute she made margaritas to go, I was like, well, she can do whatever the fuck she wants now, I guess. Fuck it. I was like, that's something I never heard of.
Hey,
let me take this margarita to go.
This drinking and driving bullshit that I got arrested for. We're just gonna. I want to be able to drink margaritas in the way home again.
What do you mean? Applebee's gave me another one. You think I'm just gonna leave it? I'm gonna take this bitch with me. Oh, look, Miss Reynolds, you can't do that. Well, I'm gonna make it fucking legal that I can do that. We're gonna take this bitch home.
What's crazy too? They took down that like record, that public record of her like drunk driving arrest.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, they took because there was like, it revealed, because
everyone was
personal
sharing
information.
It
Yeah,
everyone went crazy over it. So yeah, they were probably like, we need to get this down.
Yeah.
Damn. Isn't that wild, man? She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Fuck it. I'm running.
I'm thinking about running for president. Just cause.
It. Might win. Might win. There's a few people voted for Kanye. You might. You never know, man. You never know.
I won't go as hard on the Jews. That's my. That's my goal. T.O.T. It's been a pleasure as always, man. I always love having you in.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, they probably already know it by now, but where can people find you? What we got? I mean, you already mentioned it, but what you got coming down the pipeline? Just remind everyone.
I'm gonna start it out April 23rd, King ISO. I'm opening up. I got tickets, $20 advance. They go up at the door. Hit me up. Let me know. I also got a VIP dropping with Genie, April 21st. That's gonna be everywhere: Spotify, iTunes. If you want to really follow all my stuff, Instagram, it's ITS T.O.T official. Yep. As soon as you type the it's T.O.T, it'll pop up. So, just follow me. Stay posted. I'm constantly posting. I'm trying to stay updated. And I appreciate you, man. I love doing this shit. We're gonna make it happen again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate you, man. Shout out McAllister. He's making this shit happen.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, hey, have you in any time, man. We always have good conversations like
Yes,
this.
sir.
Like, always get into it.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask what time it was. I'm like, man, we going 2 hours? Because we're vibing. We can go 2 hours. We can make it stretch.
More editing. That's always the problem.
Yeah.
I always say the editing takes twice as long as the episode length.
Facts.
Because you got to go through the whole thing.
Chop it.
I got cut out all the COVID-19 references.
Yeah.
I'll delete that one out.
Yeah, no. Hell yeah, man. Killing it, man. Another one down.
Hell yeah. Thank you. I
Keep
appreciate
this
it.
shit rolling, brother.
Appreciate it. Guys, you know what's up. McAllisterHours.com. We're here every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. We got Patreon with exclusive content, episodes, all that. And yeah, keep vibing. Apologize again for the lack of an episode this last week. We're going to be a little shaky these next couple months while I'm wrapping up my degree. We got a lot of short film in the back, going on in the background, a lot of things like that. So just stay tuned. All right. Peace, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.